How's it going, folks? My name is Henry Burgos, and I represent clients when they go to court, as long as it has nothing to do with them destroying someone's property or injuring someone's physical. So, under corpus delicti, corpus, delicti, dilicti, if there is no injured person, there is no crime. That is what the law of the land is, and the law of the land is the Constitution. First thing that you want to learn is how to speak a little bit of legalese, which is education in law. So what you want to learn how to say is UCC 1-207. I reserve my rights not be compelled to perform under any contract or commercial agreement I did not enter into knowingly, willingly, voluntarily, and or unintentionally, and I do not accept the liability on any contract or commercial agreement. Why would you want to have to say that? It's because when you go to court, whether it's civil or criminal, it is a contract court. Now, let me ask you, did any of you sign any contract with the state? No, right? Yes, exactly. But swindling life and scamming life means that there's a lot of fraud going on in the criminal justice system for money and what they call commerce. What you're doing when you're driving under legalese speak is work, transport, work. And what UCC 1207 does is it disconnects you from state statutes, which means that you could go to jail if you hurt an officer's feelings, or you break down their emotions and they get angry with you. Now, under legalese speak, an officer is the same as a waiter. You wouldn't go into a restaurant and ask for a medium well steak, and then they give you a raw steak and you decide to eat it and not give it back for the money that you're going to pay for it and decide that it's okay, would you? And if you did, whose fault is that? Would that be the cook's fault or your fault that you decided to eat the steak because it was close enough to what you had ordered? Now you work for that money, and that money you work for was earned by your hard work. Why would you give up your money for something that wasn't what you asked for? If you ask for a large shirt and they give you a small and you walk out with it, wouldn't you return it the next day because it doesn't fit? Now, if you decide to keep it, then that is not their fault. That is your fault, and that is being ignorant to commerce. So educate yourself with a little bit of education, and you'll understand that what I'm doing in this video is helping someone with their court issues. What they were saying was the gentleman committed a crime. A crime means that you destroyed someone's property or you hurt someone physically. Under corpus delicti, that is not what happened. Now, he did fire a weapon in his private property. Now, there are what they consider to be rules, right? Like if you have your music loud after a certain time of day or night, that is not a law. That is a regulation or a rule. But we still go back to the fact that you're not working. Under driving, you're working. If you show your license to an officer, you are already pleading guilty. Now, educate yourself in the law, and you won't have to go through these problems. And if you are going through these problems, you could give Hank Life a hit over here on YouTube or Instagram, and I will help you out with your subjects. Of course, there's a fee, because his fee that the lawyer wanted was $5,500 or $6,500 to the two attorneys he spoke to. He decided to come to me, and I said, I'm going to help you with this case. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to help him with this case. Now, they already changed it from criminal to civil, but still, he was not at work, and I'm going to help him with the understanding that they're either going to charge him for the regulation, right? But he's not going to get any time or jail time. And what they were trying to do was take away his rights, which in the state of Maryland, you have the right to ARMA. Actually, in all 50 states, you have the right to ARMA. But if you don't sit there and claim it, well, they will take away your rights. And you have the right to protect yourself. Your life is the most important thing. And if you don't protect your life, well, then you're leaving it up for other people to take their life for you. Hank Life. If you need any help, hit me up.